Boom! What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? What is it, Thursday now? Yeah, happy Thursday to you all, and welcome to another live beer review. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. It's been a long, I guess almost, it feels like it's been like almost a month or so since I've done a review just because things have been kind of hectic up over here. So, July, we had Fib Fest over at work, so we were doing a lot of brewing and prepping for that. And then the week after Fib Fest, we were kind of cleaning up from that, getting ready to kind of do some other stuff. And then I went on vacation for a week, more than a week. So I am finally back, and we're trying to get back into the swing of things. And I'm pretty damn excited to be back over here because I have a lot of beer to drink for you guys when it comes to doing some reviews and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'm pretty damn excited to be back. I'm going to be completely honest here. And today, we're going to be taking a look at a local brewery's beer of mine where they're located in Machesney Park. If you go on the highway heading north to Wisconsin and everything, you'll most likely pass these guys on the way. But these guys are called Pig Mines Brewing Company out of, like I said, Machesney Park. And this is a nice kind of, I have like an IPA series, like an Imperial IPA series called the Kloude series, or Kloude, I don't know how you say it correctly, but this one is their Kloude number 16, which is a New England double IPA, and comes out, I think, to an 8.2% ABV, I believe, and I'm pretty damn excited. I think I've probably only had one beer from Pig Mines before this one, and I've heard a lot of good things, to be honest. They are doing some pretty cool stuff over there. We were thinking about possibly making a trip down there on the way back from vacation, just because we were going to be driving right past there, but I just wanted to get home, so I didn't really want to stop and all that kind of stuff. But luckily, I had one to review because this one specifically is one of the beers that I actually gave away in one of my Patreon giveaways. I know, I believe it was the last month's, not July, but the previous month before that, I had a little bit of a winner when it comes to Mr. Gritchy Clouds. I believe he won that month's 4-pack giveaway over on my Patreon, and this one was involved in that one. So I'm hoping he has it in the fridge, and possibly he's going to drink it today. So maybe we can kind of share thoughts on it and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty damn excited. It's double dry hopped with Nelson Sauvin, Mosaic, and El Dorado hops. So I'm expecting really nice citrus and tropical fruit flavors. Maybe have a little bit of like a hoppy kind of dank kind of bite to it. But I don't know what to expect. I really haven't had many IPAs from Pig Mines, even though they're one of the smaller breweries within the state of Illinois. I'm still damn excited to kind of give it a try and give it its fair shake. So let's crack this thing open. Of course, I'll show off the can out really quick, and it's pretty cool. I don't know, it has like almost like an abstract kind of look to it, almost like a drawing kind of situation. So yeah, you got the number 16 on the front, but of course you got the Pig Mines logo, which I'm a big fan of. It has like a pig on top of a brain with a bird on its head. I don't know, it's definitely unique. So let's crack this thing open and see what we get on the nose with this guy. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, definitely getting those almost like bitter kind of citrusy notes coming through. Definitely getting that hoppy bite on the nose, which I would be expecting. Of course, with it being a double IPA, it's going to have a little bit more of a bite when it comes to maybe a little bit of booziness, all that kind of stuff. But overall, yeah, this smells absolutely fantastic. Definitely getting almost like a little bit of like a grape-ish kind of note to it. Almost like kind of like a champagne-y kind of grape. But yeah, that smells absolutely fantastic. So, I'll be drinking this out of my Heart of the North glass this afternoon. Let's pour this thing and see what this thing's like with the color. So I'm expecting it to be pretty damn hazy, which is exactly what we're getting right now. Definitely has like a nice kind of orangish yellow kind of color to it. A little bit ahead, but not too much. Able to empty the entire can out into this glass, which is always really, really nice. And yeah, look at that. I'm trying not to spill or drop anything, but that just has a really, really nice, almost oranges, like orange juice kind of color to it. And it looks absolutely delicious. So, yeah, Pig Mines is doing some pretty cool stuff up there in Machesney Park. I do not believe this one specifically is available over there right now. It might be still available at some liquor store or bottle shops around there, but because I know there's some like local stops up here that do carry Pig Mines in there, but I believe if you're looking for one of the Cloudes to actually try, if you want to make a trip over to Pig Mines, because they have food and all that kind of stuff, so it's pretty much like a really cool kind of establishment they got there. They do have their Kloude number 10, or their Kloude X, which is a triple IPA double dry hop with Citra, Sabora, and Motica hops. It's one of their heavy hitters. All, let's see, lemon lime on the nose, and it's a 10% triple IPA. So they have a stronger variant of this line available over there. And Pig Minds does a really kind of cool thing over there, which I am very surprised they're able to get away with this and still make money, just because I think it's a absolutely fantastic deal. So when you go to a brewery, they usually do flights and all that stuff. You can order probably 4 or 5 ounce glasses of 4 different beers of your choosing for a pretty decent price. Well, over at Pig Minds, their beer sampling flight equals 10 beers. 10 beers in 5 ounce glasses for $15. What? I think that almost equivalents out to probably 4 beers, so you're getting 4 beers practically for $15. That's a steal. I don't know who would not go over there and take advantage of that kind of deal. If I wasn't driving, me and my dad would have definitely stopped over there and possibly done a 10 flight of each of us. But other than that, we were driving, so I didn't want to kind of drink while I'm driving, all that kind of stuff. Plus, they have some really cool stuff, looks like, on their available on tap over there. They got, let's see. Yeah, they got a bunch of fruited goes and what's my dog doing? Don't mind her if you see a tail or stuff. She's just trying to get comfortable. But yeah, they got their 10th anniversary bourbon barrel aged imperial stout. A bunch of stuff available over at the Pig Minds Tap House if you want to kind of give that a shot if you're in the area. But without further ado, let's give this beer a try and see what it's all about. I'm expecting some really, really nice citrusy flavors. Maybe a little bit of I want to see if maybe a little bit of grape kind of notes comes through because I was getting on the aroma. Maybe a little bit of tropical fruit notes. I'm not sure, but let's give this guy a try and see what it's all about. So, cheers, everybody. Happy Thursday. Yeah, that's delicious. Absolutely delicious. So definitely has an upfront dry bitterness, which is nice. That dryness kind of mellows out really, really quick, and just overall brings in this really, really nice juicy mouthfeel. Definitely very, very, very juicy. This definitely almost has definitely not an oily mouthfeel at the end. So overall, the juiciness stays through and through the entire time. Nice citrusiness up front. A little bit of hints of berry in there a little bit, but I'm definitely getting a lot of citrus in there. Maybe a little bit of grapefruit, a little bit of orange in there. Not really as much tropical fruit flavors I would think there would be. Of course, I wasn't thinking that it was going to be a predominant flavor, in hints of mango or pineapple, anything like that in this one. But overall, really, really nice citrusiness. Definitely having that nice hoppy, dank bite to it, which I always look for in a nice kind of double IPA and above. Just because if you can't, why would you make a double IPA if you can't get that nice kind of dank hoppiness coming through? So, and they did a really, really nice job with this one. So this one's pretty damn solid. I'm going to give Pig Minds some credit here. This is a pretty damn delicious double IPA. Yeah, it's got a little bit of stuff sitting at the bottom from the can, but that's okay. A little bit of stuff from the transfer process went through. But, of course, now it's time for us to look over at Untappd, and let's see what we can find out more about this beer. But before we kind of look into that, we always like to look at Untappd and see what they consider similar beers to this one. And let's see here. This one looks like it has that kind of same token 5 that I've seen on so many different, not as popular IPAs, which I'm not really going to go through. So when it comes to trying to find a beer that's similar to this one, I can always think of Adroit Theory has some stuff when it comes to their double and triple IPAs that have similar flavors to this. Of course, Tripping Animals has some really nice triple IPAs that almost have this nice hoppy, citrusy bite to it. So you can get Adroit Theory, Tripping Animals. I know Anchorage has a lot of good stuff. Beer Tree, the King Julius reminds me of something that would be citrusy, juicy kind of situation. So Beer Tree Brews is a very, very popular brewery. I believe the King Julius is probably their most popular beer of all time. One of the most popular beers when it comes to IPAs this year and on whenever it is around practically. So I think the King Julius would probably get some nice similar flavors to this one as well. So I'm trying to think if I would put Ghost in the Machine in the same category as this. Ghost in the Machine definitely is a little bit more dank, a little bit more hoppier. There's definitely more up around bitterness just because it's that triple dry hop situation. But overall, it kind of gets the same feel when it comes to this one. So very nice and hoppy, very citrusy, very, very juicy, and just overall really, really nice, fantastic double IPA. So I'm not really going to go over the similar beers list, but of course looking here, It's showing one verified location I'm looking at. So if you're in Homer Glen, Illinois, the Kenwood Liquors has some pig mine stuff available. So if you want to go over there and see what's available, you can. But I'm also seeing different locations, looking through the check-ins and all that kind of stuff. So before we do that, let's look back at Kloude number 16's main Untappd page, and let's see what else we can find out about this guy. So, of course, let's read the description really quick. So it says double dry hop with Nelson Sauvin, Mosaic, and Eldorado hops. And right here, it makes me think they did something to this because it's very, very juicy. And I think they added something to this that they didn't really describe. But when it comes to the flavors you're getting, I think this might actually be a factor in that. So right here, it says notes of Sauvignon Blanc, white grape, and hints of berry and sweet citrus. So that makes me think, I wonder if they added phantasm powder to this. So phantasm powder is a powder derived from grapes out of New Zealand, from Sauvignon Blanc grapes. It turned into a powder. Breweries are adding it to their beer to kind of enhance juiciness in their IPAs, and I think it's a fantastic thing that breweries are starting to use. I know it's relatively new still when it comes to people using it, just because around COVID and everything, that's when they kind of started and everything like that. But nowadays, that stuff is impossible to find. I'm trying to get my hands on that stuff for my IPA I'm going to be dropping in November, but no distributor has it. I think lead times for this stuff is crazy long, so I'm going to try to figure something out. Hopefully I can find a way to get my hands on some of it, just because I've heard really good things when it comes to just adding juiciness to an IPA, and I think that's just a really cool concept of powdered Sauvignon Blanc grapes. Who would have thought that would increase juiciness? But I'm wondering if maybe that it gives like kind of like a white grape kind of flavor to it. But when it says hints of berry, yeah, I get more of the berry stuff on the aroma more than anything, and the citrus. Yeah, I guess you could say it's that kind of grapefruity, almost orangey kind of sweet citrus flavor. So yeah, I definitely would agree with that one, but I wouldn't really get a lot of berry on the actual palate. I get more of like the berry white grape on the nose, on the aromas more. But overall, it is what it is. Everybody's palate and everybody's how people smell things is different. So, like I stated already, it's an 8.2% ABV, which I definitely would not consider this beer sessionable one bit. Of course, you guys know by now that my cutoff for being sessionable is around like 7.5 for me, just because you could have one or two of them and still be fine to drive, in my opinion at least. And let's see, with only 78 ratings, this one was I think it was a very, very small batch, so there's only 78 check-ins on this one. So with only 78 ratings, this one has an average rating of 3.99 out of 5, which is just on the edge of that being that average 4 out of 5, which that's what I'm probably be giving it close to around there, probably like a 4 out of 5, maybe 4 and a little bit above kind of rating for me. So I'm really surprised this one hasn't had that average 4. Maybe, who knows, mine, when I check mine in, mine might give it that little bit extra push to give it that average 4 out of 5. So before we start looking at what the global ratings are saying and what people are saying about this one, let's check out my friends list and see what other people had to say. Of course, since my dad is the one who picked the 4-pack up and everything, he purchased it at Binny's Beverage Depot, which Binny's is a very popular liquor store like chain within the Illinois area, and he found this over there. I'm going to see if it says which specific one. Okay, so we went over to the Bloomingdale one, which is, I think, is right on actually, no, that might be on Gary. I'm not sure. But, yeah, he went to Binny's over in Bloomingdale, and he gave it 4 out of 5, which, yeah, I can definitely see why he did that. It's absolutely delicious. So let's look back over here on the global ratings and see what other people had to say about this guy. So let's see here. So it looks like some of these check-ins were towards the end of July, which is okay. And let's see, this person gave it a 4 out of 5. We got a 4.25 out of 5 here. We got another 4.25. Let's see, another 4.25 purchased at Beer on the Wall in Arlington Heights, which I've heard some really good. I've wanted to go there just because Beer on the Wall is definitely a well-known kind of liquor store within that area. Plus, I think since it's right off Touhy Avenue, because Touhy Avenue in Chicagoland area is a dry street, so you can't have any liquor stores or anything like that. So Beer on the Wall is literally on a street pretty much almost directly next to it. That's just some small little like building to where you can buy beer from them. You can drink. You can actually, it's like kind of like almost like a tap house as well. So they do stuff like that. But this person purchased it there, gave it a 4.25 out of 5. Let's see what else. This one is interesting. I'm not sure this is the right one. It might be different on draft, but mine is definitely a lot hazier than the one this person's showing. This one almost looks like kind of like a wheat beer almost, something like that. But let's see. We got another purchase that beer on the wall with the 4 out of 5. Let's see, another 4. Let's see, another 4 out of 5 purchase that beer on the wall. Let's see, a 375 here purchase that beer on the wall. A lot of beer on the wall purchases. It was really, really nice. So definitely stuff was selling over there. We got a 425 here purchased at Woodman's Market in Rockford, which, of course, I can definitely see why that stuff's available over there due to McChesney Park being right next to Rockford right there. Of course, having that availability right around that area would be easy. Now, let's see. We got another 4 out of 5. Let's do like 3 more after this one. This person purchased it at Lodi Tap House, which is a little restaurant in Maple Park, Illinois. So I wonder if whether you can do like flights over there as well. So let's do 2 more after this. Okay, so we got another 4 out of 5 purchased at Woodman's Liquor Store. Where's this one? This one is in Lakemore, Illinois. And then last one we're going to look at here is a 375 out of 5. Doesn't have a where purchase, but let's see. Other than that, yeah, I think that's pretty much what I'm looking at for ratings on this one. Overall check-ins look like they've been pretty solid with this one. I'm surprised this one definitely doesn't have that average to a 4 out of 5. I'm very, very surprised by that. But overall, I think this beer is absolutely fantastic. Pig Minds did an absolutely fantastic job with giving that kind of nice, dank, hoppy flavor. Of course, the dry hopping in it really helped bring in those natural flavors that those hops bring out. So you can tell they really kind of timed in the bitterness when it comes to what you're going to be getting at the beginning of the boil, because that's where you're going to kind of tone down. That's where you're going to kind of pinpoint your bitterness rating and all that kind of stuff, is the beginning of the boil. And then towards the end and everything, that's where you're going to start kind of bringing in those natural flavors and all that kind of stuff. So you could definitely tell there was a nice kind of upfront target when it comes to right at the beginning of the boil. Maybe during the first wort hopping process, they could have done it through that, or they could have probably done it within like maybe the 60-minute part of the boil, or they could have added it during right at the beginning of the boil. So just to get that nice upfront bitterness, and then hopping it a few more times during the boil, and then of course with the dry hopping with the Nelson Sauvin, Mosaic, and the El Dorado in there. So overall, flavors in this one are absolutely fantastic. So big shout outs to Pig Minds Brewing Company for coming out this one. If you're ever in the McChesney Park area and want to give them a shot, highly would recommend it, because where else can you go to get 10 5-ounce glasses of beer for $15 as a flight sample? That is an absolutely steal of a deal. You can have, I don't know if they actually limit you to what beers you can use, or put on that flight, but being able to try 10 different beers in 5-ounce glasses for only $15, you'd be stupid not to take that deal. You just want to make sure that you're not driving. That's for damn sure. So let's see. Before we start getting out of here and all that kind of stuff, let's start trying to figure out what we're going to be doing for ratings over here in Arn with this guy. And of course, first thing we like to look at is can art, which I'm a fan of this one. I like the colors. I like that kind of weird, almost abstract kind of look to it. It's definitely bizarre. It's definitely a bizarre can art when it comes to this. I don't know if that's a pig. I'm guessing it's supposed to be a pig, more of like an abstract-y. It almost looks like an Aztec-y kind of look to it. Plus, he looks like he's drinking a beer. Has a little bit of like chest hair and all that kind of stuff. A little bit of 5 o'clock shadow. Well, it's just a weird-looking picture. Definitely looks like more of that drawing. He's flying on a bird. So yeah, there's a lot going on with this one. Definitely a good amount of detail. I like how they let their logo on here shine a little bit, just because the Pig Minds logo is always really, really clean and classy. And it's just something that makes you remember them, which I think is really, really nice. They got the website on there. So yeah, enough detail in there to where it keeps you interested and makes it something that's appealing to look at in a liquor store or bottle shop. So yeah, I'm going to give it a solid 4 out of 5 for can art. Really, really nice. I'm definitely enjoying that one when it comes to that. But let's see here. If I got this beer in a flight over at Pig Minds Brewing Company, let's just say I got that 10 flight for $15. If I got this one, would I get another one by myself after that? Most likely, if I had 4 beers, or equaling around 4 beers after that flight, I probably wouldn't get another one of these, but I would get a 4-pack to bring home. Just kind of, I wouldn't want to drink more. But let's just say if I got the regular, like maybe 4 or 5-ounce glasses, and if this wasn't involved in there, I would definitely get another one of these on their own. It's absolutely delicious. Really, really big fan of this one for sure. If you're a fan of nice, juicy IPAs, if you're looking for a nice kind of hoppy bite and nice little citrusy notes in there, this is the perfect IPA for you. So This Kloude number 16 is absolutely fantastic. So big shout outs again to Pig Minds Brewing Company again for coming out with this one. So let's see here. What is my final rating on this guy going to be? I'm going to probably give this a very, very solid... I'll give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, really good. Would definitely recommend people to give this one a try, for sure. Hits a lot of the stuff that I look for with a nice double IPA, so big ups to them on that, because I'm kind of picky when it comes to my IPAs. I kind of know what I like by now. So, but overall, Pig Minds knocked it out of the park with this one. So yeah, very, very solid 8 out of 10 with this one. Nice beer to come back to doing reviews with, just because it's tasty, it's hoppy, it's everything I look for in a nice IPA. So overall, fantastic job again for Pig Minds. But let's see here. Before we start winding things down here, of course, I really didn't promote it a lot on my Instagram and stuff this past month, just for July's, because July was so busy. I did get a 4-pack to give away for the patrons, but I didn't. Hold on. What are you doing, dog? I might have to get up here in a second. Yep. Give me a second here. She wants to get out of here. Hold on. Let's go. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I didn't really promote a July giveaway when it comes to a lot of my social media platforms, just because I was so busy and there was a lot of stuff going on. But I did do a giveaway. I did get a 4-pack to give away to the patrons. So of course, I usually do my giveaway drawings on these reviews. So I do have one to give away for the patrons. I believe this one is a bunch of different like Illinois IPAs. So I'm a big IPA fan, if you guys didn't know by now. So hopefully people in the Patreon are looking forward to possibly getting their hands on some really nice IPAs. So I have the random.org up, and let's see, before I do it, I just want to let everybody know I do Patreon, get monthly craft beer giveaways when it comes to over at the Patreon. You can join it, join whatever tier, and the higher tier you join, the better opportunities you have to win. So, and plus I'm planning on doing some other stuff once maybe a little bit more traffic starts going through on it, and maybe get more people aware of it, and possibly wanting to join to win some beer and all that kind of stuff. And then I possibly have merch coming out, glassware, a Discord, possibly all that kind of stuff is like in the works. But I'm just waiting for things to kind of pick up a little bit. But I know in this week's, with the last month's giveaway, we have a bunch of cool things that are going to be available over there. I'm going to go on Patreon right now, kind of give people watching right now. I'm not going to show you a picture of it, but give you guys an idea. We got, let's see, we got one here from Old Irving. We got one here from Noon Whistle, More Brewing Company. And then I believe this is one from 1090 as well. So a bunch of cool looking, I know there's a milkshake IPA. There's some nice kind of one double IPA, and nice Noon Whistle one over there. So yeah, the last month's giveaway is definitely one to look forward to. So I have the random.org link site up on my end, have all the names down ready to enter. So what I usually do when I do these kind of giveaways, I put all the names down, and then I do 3 randomizers. So 1, 2, 3, and on the third one, the first person on the top is going to be the winner. So let's do the first one right now. Randomize. We got that. Let's do it again. Boom. And then the final one is going to be the winner of July's 4-pack giveaway. And if you're going to be watching this, I'll reach out to you, or I'll reach out to you on Patreon. So let's do the last one now. And let's see. I'm not doing this one again. Okay. The rule when it comes to this kind of giveaway, if you won the previous month and you get called on this one, I'm most likely going to be doing another drawing just to kind of give people opportunity to get the chance to win some stuff. So Grinchy won the previous months, and he's one of the people that got their hands on this. So I'm not going to give him the winner for this one. So let's do one more drawing and see who we get on this one. And it's Mr. Lee, not the real Gerard Butler, winning another 4-pack giveaway. I know he won one a few months ago, so Mr. Lee, not the real Gerard Butler, is another recipient to another 4-pack giveaway. So big shout outs to him. Of course, I'll be reaching out to him. I'll probably talk to him within the next couple days to let him know that he's won, or I'll be posting on the Patreon as well. So guys, if you want to get the opportunity to win some craft beer, join the Patreon. It's down in the description below. It's a nice little crew over there, small little group. But we're kind of growing. I'm trying to work on growing things with it and hopefully get more people involved, possibly give more giveaways when it comes to more than just a monthly 4-packs, maybe some merch from other breweries, all that kind of stuff. I'm working on some things. It's going to take a little bit of time, but if you want to support me, that's the main way to do it, so I can get more beer in my hands, I can get more beer in your guys' hands, and just kind of keep on pushing out the content. So Patreon is going to be the best way to support me. doing it that way. But other than that, you can also shoot me a follow on. I have a bunch of social media platforms that you could shoot me friend requests and follows on and all that kind of stuff. So we got my Instagram to where you could shoot me a follow on there. You'll see what I'll be reviewing that day whenever I do post. When it comes to doing the beer hand checks that I do, you'll see what I'm be reviewing that day. And then, of course, you'll see once in a while shenanigans that I'll be doing at the brewery when it comes to me posting up my stories over at Fibs and all that. And, of course, you could shoot me a friend request on Untappd as well. Untappd is a really cool platform that I promote everybody to use if you're a craft beer fan. It's a really, really fun time over there. You can check in beers, get badges, all the kind of stuff. I like calling it Facebook for beer drinkers just because that's what it practically is. So if you haven't shot me a friend request on Untappd yet, link to my profile is down in the description below as well. But other than that, let's see here. I think that is pretty much what I have for you guys today. So again, big shout outs to Mr. Lee, not the real Gerard Butler, for being a recipient of July's 4-pack giveaway. Remember, guys, if you want the opportunity to win a 4-pack of Illinois exclusive craft beer picked out by me, join the Patreon, pick a tier. Doesn't matter what tier you join, it'd be helping me out still. And you'll get yourselves an opportunity to win a 4-pack of Illinois craft beer that I pick out exclusively. So, plus it would help me out greatly. But other than that, that is what I have for you guys today. So again, thank you everybody in chat for hanging out. You guys are amazing. And I'm ending this like I always do before we get the hell out of here. If you drink responsibly, don't drink and drive, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.